I heard the news from my mom this morning. Apparently you're engaged now. When were you planning to tell me that kind of detail, Mary? Or were you just hoping I'd find out from a brunch table rumor?
Oh, please, Iris. It happened literally yesterday. We haven't even posted the official announcement yet. And if I'm being completely honest, I didn't feel the need to make a personal call to the one person who's never been able to keep her hands off my boyfriends.
Wow, are we really dragging up ancient history? That was years ago and we were barely adults. I told you already, none of that meant anything. It was just stupid fun.
That stupid fun just so happened to line up perfectly with every serious relationship I ever had. You can't seriously expect me to believe it was a coincidence that you ended up in bed with a man I was dating not once, not twice, but 3 separate times.
Look, I never planned for that stuff to happen. I didn't seduce them, okay? They were already drifting. And maybe that says more about them or you than it says about me.
Of course, it's never your fault. That's always been your signature move, hasn't it? You break something, bat your lashes, and wait for someone else to clean up the mess. But this time, I didn't give you the chance. I kept him quiet on purpose.
You really think I would have come after him again? God, Mary, that's paranoid, even for you.
No, Iris, it's called pattern recognition. And it's the reason I didn't say a word until that ring was on my finger.
Well, maybe you should have waited one more day, because guess what? My boyfriend dumped me yesterday out of nowhere. We were living together, planning a future, and now he's just gone. And suddenly, like clockwork, you're flashing a diamond and talking about forever.
Timing really is everything, isn't it? Although I do have to say, the way your relationships implode the moment someone better shows up is starting to feel less like coincidence and more like karma.
You think this is funny? I've been crying for 12 hours trying to figure out what went wrong while you're out here planning floral arrangements, and you think that's funny?
Yes, and they're going to be exquisite. Peonies, eucalyptus, ivory lace runners. It's going to be absolutely dreamlike, really. And for the record, I didn't steal anything. Maybe you just got outpaced.
You know what? Fine. If that's how it's going to be, then let me make this very simple. Give him to me.
I'm sorry, what?
Your fiancé. I want him. He's smart, he's successful, and I heard he's a lawyer. That's exactly the kind of man I need right now. Responsible, grounded, a provider. I think this was supposed to happen, Mary. I think you were just the warm-up act.
You're unbelievable. You crashed 3 of my relationships, and now you're asking me to hand over the one man you didn't manage to corrupt?
I'm being generous. If you walk away now, I'll consider this the last time. No more games, no more accidental overlaps. You want to protect your peace, right? Well, here's your chance.
Let me be extremely clear. I am not surrendering my fiancé like some Clarence item you found in a department store bin. I worked for this. I waited for this. I chose a man who doesn't look at the first distraction that walks by and forget he has a partner.
Then we'll see just how loyal he really is. You can hang on to your little ring and your Pinterest board. I'm going straight to him. And if he's half as smart as you claim, it won't take much convincing.
Go ahead and try it, but I promise you this. If you so much as breathe in his direction again, getting kicked off the guest list for our wedding is going to be the least of your concerns.
You can cut me out, block me, erase me, but it won't change the truth. That man, he was meant for me, not you. Me.
Mary, I need to talk to you about tomorrow's appointment at the venue. I think we should go ahead and cancel it.
Cancel it? You want to cancel the venue we spent 6 weeks fighting tooth and nail to book? Unless you're calling from a hospital bed or your law license just got revoked, I can't imagine any scenario where this makes even the slightest bit of sense.
This has nothing to do with emergencies or work. I've thought about it carefully, and I've decided to call off the wedding altogether.
Oh my god. You're not canceling the appointment, you're canceling everything? You're ending an engagement you initiated with a ring you picked, a proposal you rehearsed, and a woman who said yes because she loves you? What is this, a PR stunt gone wrong?
I never meant to blindside you, and I know this is going to be hard to hear, but I've met someone else. It wasn't planned, but it happened, and I've made the decision to be with her instead.
You've met someone else. Of course you have. Because why settle for a woman who stood by you during your bar exam panic attacks? When you could just toss her aside like outdated case law the moment someone with shinier connections walked in the room.
I'm not trying to minimize what we had. You've been important to me, but sometimes people realize that what they thought they wanted isn't actually the best fit. You and I had a good run, but this other woman, we connect in a different way.
Then be a man and say her name. Don't insult me with vague justifications and hollow flattery. If you're throwing away 5 years of my life, the least you can do is tell me who gets to wear the dress I picked out while you were pretending to love me.
It's Iris.
Iris? You're telling me that you left me, your fiancé, for Yuina? The same Iris who has made a lifelong hobby of stabbing me in the back by getting stabbed a bit further south by my boyfriends? The narcissistic, nihilistic succubus who doesn't know how to distinguish between desire and entitlement?
I didn't go looking for her, Mary. She reached out, we talked, and I realized very quickly that she understands things you never really seem to prioritize. Things like wealth, legacy, strategic partnerships. She's confident, well-connected, and yes, her father is a senior client at the firm. That matters.
So, you didn't just cheat. This is all an exercise in social climbing. You turned our relationship into a stepping stone so you could leap into the lap of corporate royalty. And the best part is, you actually believe this makes you smart.
This isn't just about money! Being a lawyer isn't as lucrative as most people think, especially not when you're climbing the ranks without family money. Iris offers a life I can't build on my own, at least not without sacrificing years. With her, everything aligns.
And what exactly was I, Kevin? A placeholder until the right heiress finally opened her legs into trust fund? A stepping stone in heels?
You were someone I cared about deeply, but long-term planning requires hard choices. This is one of them.
You don't get to frame this as pragmatism. You lied. You manipulated. You wasted my time. And now you expect me to quietly step aside because you've decided I no longer fit into your precious little spreadsheet of upward mobility?
I never meant to hurt you, and I know you're upset. I just hope we can part ways like adults.
Don't patronize me. You can take your faux maturity and shove it right next to your moral compass, assuming you can still find it under that mountain of ambition and betrayal. But since you're so eager to rebrand your life, here's your first invoice. You're paying for every non-refundable deposit we made. The venue, the catering, the flowers, all of it. And yes, I'm keeping the ring. It may not mean a damn thing to you anymore. But I guarantee you it's the last time you'll ever see something that beautiful on a woman who didn't have to buy it herself.
If that's what you want, then fine. I'll cover the costs and you can keep the ring. You deserve that much at least.
You don't get to decide what I deserve. And trust me, Kevin, if you think this is the worst of it, you have no idea who you just walked away from.
What did you think of the wedding invitation I sent you? I had it custom pressed with gold foil and hand-mixed blush tones that took 3 consultations to get just right. The paper is imported from France, and the wax seal is stamped with a monogram designed by an artist who does royal weddings. It's the most elegant thing you've ever touched in your life, I'm sure.
I did receive it, and for a moment I thought someone had accidentally sent me a box of pretentious perfume samples. Then I realized it was just you weaponizing stationery like it's going to erase the fact that you bulldozed my engagement 1 week ago.
Oh, please, you act like I stole your husband. He wasn't married to you. He wasn't even really yours if he fell for me that easily. Besides, if you'd been keeping him satisfied, I wouldn't have even had the chance. But now, well, let's just say I made an impression, and clearly it stuck.
Yes, I can see that. It stuck so well that you're holding a wedding before the dust has even settled on the destruction you caused. How generous of you to give me a front row seat to the collapse of your future.
Collapse? Hardly. Kevin insisted we move the wedding forward. He didn't want to wait, and honestly, neither did I. I mean, once you know it's real, why drag it out? And Daddy said we have to do the ceremony before the marriage certificate goes through. It's this whole old money tradition thing. Very proper, very tasteful. Not that you'd understand.
Right, because nothing says timeless elegance like hijacking your best friend's fiancé. And then frantically booking a florist before your father finds out the man you're marrying was engaged last month. Do they even know what you did?
Of course not, and you're not going to say anything because you are not that bitter. Besides, what good would it do to ruin the mood? I mean, we've known each other since we were 5. Surely you're not going to blow up a family event just to make a point.
No, Iris, I'm not going to say anything. Because I finally realized it's not my job to stop you from detonating your own life. You want to fake your way into a fantasy and lie to everyone around you? Be my guest. But don't expect me to play the smiling doormat one more time.
You know what your problem is, Mary? You've always been just a little too proud, a little too smug, always acting like you're so in control. But look where that got you, left in the dust by someone who knows how to actually win. This will be the last time I take something from you. After this, I won't need to. I'll already have everything.
You keep saying that like you're the one wearing the crown, when all you've done is decorate yourself in borrowed things. Kevin isn't a prize. He's a liability with a tie and a resume. You're not ascending, Iris. You're strapping yourself to a sinking ship and calling it a yacht.
Oh, please. He's a lawyer, prestigious, respected, and leagues above anyone else we've dated. He wears cufflinks to lunch, Mary. Cufflinks. I don't expect you to get it. You've always been too practical to understand how to marry up.
What you fail to understand is that polish doesn't erase rot. Kevin isn't just morally bankrupt, he's strategically toxic. You didn't land a provider, Iris. You walked straight into a legal scandal with sparkles on it.
God, you sound jealous. Why can't you just admit that you lost and move on?
Because I didn't lose. You just don't realize what you've stepped into yet. Kevin has been seeing other women, 7 other women to be exact, and several of them are pregnant.
That's the most desperate lie I've ever heard. 7 women? Are you kidding me? He's way too careful for something that reckless. He's a lawyer, for crying out loud. He knows how to cover his tracks.
Yes, and he thought he had, until he accidentally messaged me a few days ago and asked if I had signed the NDA yet, and to make sure I did so before the baby was born or else. He unsent it almost immediately, but not before I grabbed a screenshot. That was all I needed to start pulling at the thread. And let me tell you, what I found made me want to disinfect my entire inbox.
There's no way that's true. He wouldn't be that stupid. And even if he did, it's none of your business.
It became my business when I discovered that he used legal intimidation to silence women, some of whom are carrying his children. He's forcing them to sign NDAs, forfeiting their right to child support. He told them it was binding and that no court would be willing to undo it. He used his title, his connections, and his arrogance to convince them they didn't have options. And unfortunately for him, I know better.
You... what? What did you do?
I helped them lawyer up. I reached out, connected them to people who actually care about ethics and legality. And I walked them through exactly how unenforceable those NDAs are in any courtroom worth its gavel. They're all filing for child support now. And once those cases hit, Kevin won't just lose his job, he'll lose everything.
You're going to destroy him! You're going to ruin everything!
He destroyed himself. I'm just documenting the wreckage.
My dad's gonna kill me. If this wedding falls apart now, if this gets out, do you have any idea what this does to our family?
Oh, I know, which is why I hope you're sitting down for the second part.
You're kidding. There's a second part?
You remember that audit I've been doing for your dad's company? Well, while I was in a meeting with him, his corporate credit card was being used across town. A little boutique jewelry store, a luxury spa, and a premium airline upgrade, all in the span of 2 hours. Naturally, I reviewed the security footage.
No!
Yep. There you were, head to toe in designer labels, grinning like it was Christmas morning. Purchases made while your father was nowhere near a checkout terminal. And none of them authorized. Fraudulent spending with company resources that doesn't just vanish with a pout and a fake apology.
You're bluffing! You wouldn't risk your contract with my family over me.
You give yourself far too much credit. I don't have to say a word. Your guilt will do all the talking the moment someone else pulls that same transaction log. But hey, maybe your dad will cover the losses. Or maybe he'll decide he's had enough of daughters who turn scandals into hobbies.
You think this is funny?
No, I think it's inevitable. And the best part is, you did it all yourself. I'm just here to watch the show.
Mary, what the hell did you do? I just got a call from the firm's managing partner, and they're demanding a written statement by the end of the day. Someone tipped off the press, and now there's talk of suspending me pending investigation. This is getting completely out of control.
No, Kevin. This is the natural trajectory of your decisions finally catching up to you. All I did was introduce your victims to attorneys and explain that the NDAs you pressured them into signing weren't worth the paper they were printed on. The lawsuits are theirs. The consequences are yours.
You don't understand! I could be disbarred over this! Do you get that? Disbarred! I've worked my entire life for this career! My resume, my network, my reputation, they're all built on stability and discretion, and you've just lit a match under all of it!
And yet somehow I'm still having a hard time feeling sorry for you, because you didn't just make a mistake. A mistake would be cheating on your fiancé once. What you did was predatory. You're not being persecuted, Kevin. You're being held accountable.
They weren't victims, and I'm not a predator! I was simply trying to handle things delicately with some measure of privacy and professionalism. I didn't want to hurt anyone!
No, you didn't want to get caught. There's a difference. And let's not pretend that coercing pregnant women into forfeiting child support is some high-minded exercise in discretion. You weaponized legalese against people who didn't know how to fight back. Now they do.
I'm begging you, please let this go! You've made your point, okay? I screwed up, but I can fix it! Just let me talk to them myself. We'll settle it off the record. They get a little bit of money, and I keep my job and my license. I can't lose everything over this!
You already lost the one thing that might have saved you, the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not interested in silencing anyone so you can keep playing the role of polished professional while privately behaving like a predator.
This is insane! You really want to destroy me! You're actually enjoying this, aren't you? Dragging me through the mud, turning people against me, watching everything fall apart?
If you think this is about you, then you're still not listening. This is about those women, the ones you lied to, cornered, and discarded when it got inconvenient. If helping them reclaim what they're owed means watching your life unravel, then yes, I'll sleep like a baby.
Please, isn't there some way to make this stop?
Sure, start by writing a check for every single one of those non-refundable wedding deposits. Next, you can make extremely generous settlements with all the women you threatened into silence. And while you're at it, maybe take a good long look at your own reflection. Because the only thing ruining your life right now is staring right back at you.
Mary, I swear to God, you don't understand how bad it's gotten. My dad found out about the charges, the boutique, the spa, the airline upgrade, all of it. He checked the timestamps, pulled the security footage, and when he saw it was me, he lost it. He didn't just yell, Mary, he threw me out of the house. He actually shoved me and told me to get out. Do you understand how humiliating that is?
Honestly, Iris, I'm surprised it took him this long. Your father's entire identity revolves around public image. You didn't just steal, you embarrassed him, and in his world, that's the one sin he doesn't forgive.
He cut me off. No more allowance, no more car, no access to the corporate accounts. And he fired me from the company. No warning, no suspension, just a pink slip. He just walked me out. Even my mom wouldn't look me in the eye. She called me embarrassing. Do you have any idea what that feels like?
I imagine it feels a lot like what every woman Kevin manipulated felt like when he ghosted them after forcing them to sign fake legal documents. But sure, go ahead and make this about your hurt feelings.
I tried to call Kevin. I thought maybe he could help, or at least talk to my dad. You know, smooth things over, explain I was just stressed, but he didn't answer. And when he finally did text back, it was to say he was being summoned by the firm's senior partners. Apparently, one of the pregnant ones showed up at his office and threatened a class action lawsuit.
Well, I have to say, that sounds like Karma wearing heels, and I bet she looked fabulous doing it.
This isn't funny, Mary. Everything's falling apart. The wedding is obviously off. We already canceled the venue. I gave back the dress and told the planner to delete the guest list. There's no saving this. So please, just stop. Call off the dogs. Tell them not to go through with the lawsuits. You've made your point.
You still think this is about me making a point? You still believe I'm the one pulling strings behind the curtain, as if you were just a helpless victim in a play someone else wrote? You broke laws, Iris. You stole from your father's company, then tried to build a future on the back of a man who treats women like disposable napkins. You didn't just light the match, you doused the floor in gasoline first.
Okay, yes, I made mistakes. I was stupid and I got caught. But you and I, we were supposed to be like sisters. We've known each other since preschool. We used to braid each other's hair, sneak into each other's rooms, cry over the same TV shows. How can you look at me like I'm nothing now?
Because that version of you, the girl I trusted, the one I defended, the one I forgave over and over, she's been gone for a long time. What's standing in front of me now is someone I don't recognize, someone who sees friendship as a tool, trust as a loophole, and consequences as optional.
So what now? You want me to disappear?
No, Iris. I want you to pay back what you stole, every last cent, and then stay the hell out of my life. No texts, no apologies, no Instagram likes pretending we're fine. I'm done pretending anything about you was ever fine.
You're really going to cut me off like that? After everything?
Yeah, actually, because everything, Iris, is exactly why I should have done it years ago. In the weeks that followed, Kevin paid out tens of thousands in overdue child support. Not because he wanted to, but because the courts gave him no choice. His accounts bled dry, his savings evaporated, and one by one, he began liquidating everything he once bragged about owning. The suit collection went first, followed by the watch, then the car. Iris, desperate and cornered, sold off her handbags, jewelry, and designer shoes, the same ones she used to post about like they were trophies. She repaid her father's company just enough to avoid prosecution, but the damage was already done. He disowned her anyway. Kevin was swiftly terminated from his firm. They made a public statement to distance themselves, and word spread fast. No firm would touch him after that. He was toxic, a liability in a tailored coat. Though they never married, Kevin and Iris moved into a small rental, where they now live hand to mouth. They spend their days working part-time jobs and watching the world forget they ever mattered. Their phones are quiet, their friends are gone. They thought they were building a life of luxury. Turns out, they were digging a shared grave, one unpaid bill at a time.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.